tonight. It is a conversation that continues to be a hot topic across the country. Race relations between law enforcement and the community. One area police department is doing some extra training to get in front of the issue. Our Quentin Smith talked to the police chief there. He joins us in the studio now with more on what this force hopes to gain from the training. Quentin.
Andrea, the city of Winona is fairly diverse, and the police chief wants his officers to learn and know how to deal with people of all races and backgrounds in their community. That's why this week the entire department is getting training on racial diversity. Now, given everything going on in today's climate, the chief says this is the ideal time to have this conversation. Chief Tommy Bibbs has been in law enforcement for nearly 3 decades, but he's been a resident of Winona all his life. Improving the quality of life is essential to him, and so is improving race relations between his department and community.
A police officer can't do his job well by having preconceived images or thoughts of a certain group of people simply because of what he's heard, seen on media, or just from dealing with 1 or 2 people. Everybody's not like that. So that's why you have to understand who you're dealing with.
One way the chief is helping his department with this process is having them go through a program on racial diversification. They're receiving in-depth lessons on how to prevent stereotyping while patrolling the community, not being biased, and learning how to deal with someone who doesn't look like them.
Just because a person wearing a turban doesn't make them a terrorist. Everybody doesn't think the same way. Everybody wasn't brought up the same way. I want them to understand who they're dealing with. Have empathy for the person that you're dealing with.
I think it will greatly enhance our policemen in their work on how to deal with the public, trying to understand their point of view, not just his or her point of view as a police officer.
According to the U.S. Census, Winona is made up of roughly 50% African Americans, roughly 43% Caucasians, and Asians and other races make up a combined 7% of the city's demographics. Mayor Jerry Flowers is also a longtime Winona resident. He says the city nor police department has had problems when it comes to race relations in the past. Both he and Bibbs believe this program will go a long way in helping things remain that way.
It just means a lot to understand the other person, not just look at him and think what you think. Talk with them.